everybody, Patty Ann here again today. Today I'm going to make this cute little luggage tag or little tag. It's a zippered thing, as you can see, or you could use it as a little purse. You can also put a pocket in it, but I haven't put the pocket in mine. This picture actually is the one that Linda had done, and she posted it on her Facebook group. And I asked her, where did she get the file? So I went and got the file and all the stuff I needed to make it, and I was so excited to get started. I do have a couple bloopers and a couple tips to help you not do what I did wrong. So stay tuned and let's get started. Isn't it adorable? I just love it. I even bought the bumblebee and the little other things that she used. Okay, these are the pieces that I've cut out that I will be using. I have the plastic piece, the vinyl. I have my lining piece. I have my two faux leather pieces, which I love. And I have a zipper that I think measures, well, let's see, from that to that, it's about 8 inches from the pull down to the tab to this part. So it's about 8 inches. And so the first thing I'm going to do, if we look up at my screen, is we're going to go ahead and run the stitch simulator. So the stitch simulator shows it's going to do the outer edge so I know where to place my vinyl eventually. And it's also going to make this line here so I know where to put my zipper. All right, so let's go over to the machine now. And I already have my hoop hooped with tearaway stabilizer. I've got my thread threaded. I have this gold color, and I've already got my instructions wirelessly added to this machine. This is the NQ1700E Brother machine, which I love. Simply embroidery. It's not sewing. It's just an embroidery machine. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this. Hit the go button. Okay, that is already done stitching, so I'll take this out. The next thing I'm supposed to do is, if maybe you can see, there's a line of stitching here and here, and I'm supposed to put my zipper there. So let's change this view over to here. See if I can have you see me a little better. All right, so here we are, and you can maybe see that stitching right there. I'm supposed to take my zipper and put the pull tab up, making sure that all of the metal pieces are beyond where this is, and I'm supposed to tape it. Now, I don't know if you've been watching me for any length of time, but sometimes I have trouble with taping things. My tape, even though it's really strong Floriani embroidery tape, sometimes doesn't work right. So I'm going to use these new to me things called sew tights, and I'll show you what they are in just a second. So when I put this sew tight here, I'm going to make sure that it's well beyond where the stitching will be. So I'm putting one right here, and all you do is take them and put them apart. What they are is magnets, you guys. They're really strong magnets. And I'll put the other one right down here. So they're going to hold my zipper into place, but not get in the sewing area. So then I'm just going to put my zipper down now here. And you got to be ready because these are strong, like I said. So there it is. That is not moving. Now let me take this one and put it outside of the stitching area and make sure it's lined up where it's supposed to be in the zipper area, just like that. Perfect. Bring over this really strong magnet and just put it into place like that. And now I don't have to worry about this thing moving at all. It's on there good, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back in my machine. Okay, here we go. So it's time to stitch now, where it's going to stitch the zipper into place. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, for the next step, you're going to take your piece of vinyl, put it up near the top or the smaller part where the zipper is, and then cover so that the vinyl bottom is right here along the zipper, just like that. And you can tape it into place again, or you can use the magnets. I'm going to use magnets. And it's going to stitch right along here. So I could even put another magnet or two if I wanted to here, but I think it'll be just fine if I babysit it. So let's go back to my machine. And I'll put this in here. And this is step number 3, where it's going to tack this plastic or the vinyl into place. Okay, perfect. Oops. Okay, now I'll take this out and bring you back to my table. And now what we're supposed to do, well, I need to take off the magnets first. Check this out, listen to these. I gotta watch my fingers. Woo! Strong magnets. Okay, so there's that. Now the next thing we're supposed to do is take this piece of vinyl and fold it down like this. And after we do that, press it with your fingers, the fold of the vinyl, close to the zipper, and again, put it in place like this. And I'm going to use my magnets again. So I'm going to go under here first, and under here with this one, like that. And I'm looking to see where is it going to stitch. So I'm going to look back up at my computer screen for a minute and see where is this going to stitch. All right, so I think I'm safe if I put these magnets in here this way to hold these down into place like that. And that's holding the vinyl where it needs to be. Oopsie. I'll show you. There you go. You can see it still. And I'll put it back in my machine and we'll do the next step. So now the vinyl has been secured down into place. As you can see here, I can take the magnets off again. All right, so far so good, very nice. Okay, we're getting ready for step number 5, and it says to make sure that you open the zipper. Let's do this way. I'm going to open my zipper. Okay, like that, almost to the edge. I don't want that to get caught in there. And then you're supposed to take your front piece of fabric or your pleather that you're going to use for the front and mark a cross just below the center. So I've already done that. Maybe you can see it, but what I did was I folded my piece like this and gave it a little pinch, and then folded the piece like this, gave it a little pinch, and I can see where those lines intersect. So I put a little tiny X right there. And then I'm supposed to cut across into the vinyl because I'll need this opening later. So I'm going to take this piece now and fold it a little bit like that. Get my little scissors and just kind of cut across. Like so. Boop. And this. Okay, so a little cross. Then what I'm going to do is take this piece and put it over top onto the hoop, okay, with the wrong side of the fabric on the stabilizer like this, and make sure that everything is covered. Major blooper. I didn't read the instructions well. Don't do what I did. It says to place this on your frame, your hoop, with the wrong side on the stabilizer. Okay, I had a major blooper just a minute ago, and I'll have it for you at the end of the video if you want to see it. But this is what I'm going to do now. I've made the cut here, and I'm going to put, folded it in half this way, and then folded it in half this way. Then I made a little slit there. Now I'm supposed to put this fabric down on here, place it onto my hoop, covering the entire outline fully. The wrong side of the fabric lays on the stabilizer. That's what happened, you guys. The wrong side lays on the stabilizer. So then I'll be taking that over after I secure it in place with my magnets. So take my magnets again. Put one here and one here. About where I think I need them. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, put my fabric down, making sure it's covering everything. And I did make sure that I opened my zipper as it said to do. Then I'm going to take the magnet, and I know about where that is, so I'm just going to put this straight down on it. Click, straight down, click. And then I'll put one down here as well, I think. Way down at the very bottom where it's not going to be run over by my machine. Click. I'll move it a little tiny bit. Click. Okay, there we go. All right, so what it's going to do now, it's going to stitch around here. And it mentions something about before it gets to the zipper to be careful. So I'm going to be keeping track of where that zipper head is because I'm going to move it. So let's get started over at my machine. Putting this in here and hit go. Okay, it's already at that zipper head, so I am going to go ahead and cut this. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Here you go. So what I did was, zipper head was open all the way. Remember, it said to open it, and this was in here. So then I cut right up here, straight up towards the top or towards my little thing that fits into my machine. Cut straight up there and then across, making sure I didn't go up any higher than what this little line of stitching is going to be. What that's going to allow me to do is to move the zipper head down. I'm going to let it stitch a little bit right here. When it gets to about right here, I'm going to stop it and then put my zipper head back up so it will stitch easily. So let's go back to my machine now. Okay, and I might go ahead and move my stitches back a couple, 2, 3 maybe. Okay. And then go. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching when the zipper head, which is right here, is going to get close to that. Because I'm going to stop it again. Right about right now. I'm going to stop it. And I might just be able to raise the presser foot and move the zipper head. Yes, I can. There we go. And I'll put the presser foot back down and just continue on. Okay, that finished, and now what it says to do is to take and cut out right close to this line of stitching all the way around to make the little window. So I'll start up here, and that's the nice thing about using this vinyl is that you don't have to worry about it raveling or fraying at all. And this is basically how yours should look. I'm going to neaten it up just a little tiny bit maybe, if I can. Okay. It looks pretty good. I probably could work on it a little bit more, and maybe I will do that later. But you get the idea what it looks like now. And see how my zipper's going to open, and close. Right now it's open. Okay, let's see what is the next step now. Now, turn the hoop to the back, it says. With a pen, mark the inner outline. The inner outline, okay, with a pen. Then use a seam ripper to remove the stabilizer inside of this marked outline. Make sure you don't remove too much stabilizer and don't remove the embroidery from the hoop. Be careful. Okay, so I'm marking right here with my pencil the inner line of stitching. And then I'm going to remove the stabilizer inside of this using a seam ripper. And I want to be careful not to rip things I don't want to rip. So I'm just going to try to get just the stabilizer, and it kind of just goes right like that. And of course, since it's tearaway stabilizer, I'm not sure why you couldn't just tear it, but I guess I'll use the seam ripper to remove it. There's that. And this. Okay, there's how it's looking so far. And now what we're supposed to do, okay, now we're going to be doing the back of the hoop. Okay, I'm still working on the back of the hoop, and I'm going to take the lining piece here. There's the pretty side. I'm going to put the pretty side down so that when you see it inside of the little window like that, right? So I'm going to put pretty side down. It must cover the outline of the tag. Okay, so it is covering the outline of the tag. And I can move my little magnet to hold it in place. Let's make sure looks good. Okay, so now we're ready for the next step, which is going to be, we're going to be on step number 6. So my lining fabric, as you can see, is being held in place perfectly. I can put it in the machine and then click go. And here we are over here sewing again on the machine. Stop. I need to move my zipper head again, I believe. I'm going to cut that. See, cut that. So what I want to do is move this zipper head out of the way again. So I can bring this out here, move this here, a little bit out of the way. Okay, I trimmed all of this away. I see some white showing here. That's the back of what the leather looks like. So I might take my marker, and I'll show you that at the end if I remember, to cover that with a little bit of a yellow marker. But right now we're supposed to still be working on the back side of the hoop. And I believe it said first to trim away all this excess here that you don't need. Let's see if I can show you. That you don't need on your lining. So I'm just going to cut this about 1/4 of an inch away. Just kind of rough cutting it. Could be a little neater. There we go. It's a little neater. Okay. If I had my bigger scissors, I'd be a lot neater. Okay, there we go. All right, now, still working on the back. We're going to take this other piece of vinyl or pleather, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put that on top of this with the wrong side down. The right side shows up. Make sure it covers it totally. And you're going to secure it with tape or spray glue, it says. And of course, I'm going to use my little handy dandy magnets again. So I'm going to take this. Okay, I discovered a little tip about using the magnets while I was using them, and it really helped a lot. So let's say I'm working on the back of the hoop and I want a magnet right here. All I have to do is set the magnet there and put this guy on the table with the magnets up, right? And then just bring my hoop over top of that, and bingo, it clicks right into place. Okay, so I put the magnet where I want it. That's where I want it. I'll put this right on top of that, put my hoop all the way down, and just see it jump right up, and it's attached. So I'll try one more to show you. This is where I want a magnet over here. I'm going to bring this magnet in and bring this over top. Bingo, it's attached. So that's how easy it is to use these magnets. Now, if you wanted to see what these magnets are, let me just show you right quick up here on my screen what the magnets are. As I said, I'm using these Sew Tights Original, and that's the 2 strength. You have to read here to see which one you'd want to use it for, but it's good for bag making, embroidery in the hoop, garment making, hand sewing, foundation paper piecing. And down here, if you look, you'll see videos and stuff of people who have used them, and they've all given their reviews about what they thought about using these magnets. And as I said, there's all different kinds. Well, I will have a link for you down below if you're interested in getting them, where I believe you can save 15%. So, take advantage of that if you would like. They're really a lot. I really liked using them as opposed to using pins, which I always have a hard time using pins or even tape. So okay, pop it out of the hoop, and it looks like this. And then I can cut away all this extra stabilizer that I don't need. Or I can tear it away, because remember we use tearaways. So I think I'll just go ahead and tear it away. Close up, as close as I can get to the stitches. There we go. I can't wait to put my little bumblebee on here, on his little pull tag. There we go, just like that. And then you just take your big scissors and cut around maybe about 1/4 of an inch, whatever you like. Like that. And there is our little pouch, and I think it turned out really cute. Okay, like that, and that. And the back, I changed the color of my bobbin thread to match my upper thread so that it looks nice. And in case you're wondering, let me show you what I'm going to put on here next, that I think is just absolutely gorgeous. So let me open these little bees. These things are just gorgeous. Oh, look, they're even in a little baggie inside of here to keep them so you don't lose them somehow. Oh, look how cute that is. Isn't he adorable? I love him, and the bling on him. Oh, so cute.